Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, aka Orangesherbet, and this video is meant to show what is coming up for Epoch Mod. Many questions have been asked, and I will attempt to answer some of those and catch you up on what has been shown on various live streams of the developers of Epoch Mod. First up, we have Sequisha, who has a new variation of the Sapper, as well as a new antagonist that we have not seen before. Next is Axels, who has been working to get map support on many familiar terrains. Then we look at Kiri's work on the L85 and a very unique antagonist. Finally, we see some interesting footage of Axman's AI work with the construct and his mission system with the NPC traders. Sequisha is one of the 3D modelers and artists for Epoch Mod, and here we see him working on a variant of the Sapper antagonist, which is just a larger, different colored version of the Sapper. To my knowledge, the animations and how it reacts to players is going to be similar to what the Sapper does. However, it does have a much larger payload inside of him. You can see him looking at some of the animations of how it explodes here. And I got a chance to go into the test server and look at this, what we're calling the boss Sapper. That's just the working name for it. But we got a chance to see it in action. This may not be what it looks like in the final version. This is just a test version of it, so this isn't meant to represent what you guys see in the update, but get a chance to look at him and how he acts with even a new AI brain in with the Sapper. So you can see the explosion is quite painful, so watch out for that. It's worth noting that this antagonist is not going to be a common antagonist, more so a rare antagonist. Okay, so it's not going to be a 50-50 split between this and the regular Sapper, but it will be more so rare, and also the head that pops off is an error in the test version. Here's some footage of Sequisha working on his yet-to-be-named antagonist project. I don't have much information for it other than it does have multiple attacks, which may or may not include a vomiting / bile attack and a swing attack. I also do not know the rarity of how this will spawn in the world or what it's going to be triggering off of. All I know is that it looks terrifying as hell. So here's some animations of the yet-to-be-named project here, and also know that Sequisha is working behind the scenes to get the construct working in-game with Axman, so we'll have some footage of that later on in the video. Next up is Axels, who has been working very hard at providing official map support for the maps that are included in the Arma terrain pack, and also Bornholm, which we're not sure if that will be an official release 4.3 or not. Some of the maps you may recognize here: Takistan, Nomalsk, Panthera, and an updated Chernarus. I'm just going to take a minute and expand upon Chernarus and what this means for players and server admins alike. Axels and vbAWOL have been working with Shiz, who is a server admin and community member, to get some of these buildings swapped out. It's currently in development, testing the server performance as it goes along, so more information will be available what that means for server admins in the future, but for right now it's all just in testing, as we need to see how it is performant on 100 player server with a full server. Essentially that's what we're looking at here. So it is going to be tested on a few different servers. For now it's kind of just a work in progress. What it means for players, though, is that it expands the life cycle of Chernarus for Arma 3, I believe, in the long run, as long as it can stay stable. With the recent news of Keiju leaving the All in Arma terrain pack, this could be an important thing for players, as I don't see anyone else picking up this project. One note that AWOL made to me was that the work that has been done on Chernarus isn't really to further the All in Arma terrain pack. That's certainly not the case. This is specifically for Chernarus, just swapping out some of the enterable buildings with Arma 2 or Arma 3 buildings, and it just makes it more playable, and it makes it so that other looting systems don't have to be implemented, and players can still have that Arma 3 Epoch experience on Chernarus. So just wanted to get that clear the air a little bit on that before we go forward. Next up we have Kiri, who is a 3D modeler and artist for Epoch as well, and he's been working on some weapon projects here. I do have some footage of him showing off his L85. As you can see here, he has this up on the Steam workshop as well for anyone to check out. And we also have some footage of him actually kind of testing it out and perfecting it. As you know, he is quite the perfectionist with his work. Some of the other projects that he has worked on that I can't confirm whether or not they will be in Epoch or not. There was a L115A2 sniper, I hope I said that right, and there was an MG3, which I think that project may have gotten scrapped, but there may or may not be, you know, a few weapons coming from Kiri in the next update. Also, he has an antagonist project called the UGV, which is a tracked vehicle. We can see some footage of that here. A couple of the features that may or may not be there, which, like, as you know, all of these things are in testing. There's no AI for the UGV yet. It hasn't been in game. Any of that, don't know if we're actually going to use it or not, but it is done and ready. I would assume it's going to be used, okay? But it does have, obviously, a gun on the top of it. It also has the potential to do a smoke screen and use of optical camo. How that all plays out, we will see in the future, but it's something to look forward to from Kiri. Next up, we have Axminus, who has been particularly busy in the last few weeks, splitting his time working on a new mission system for Epoch as well as AI for the antagonists. And here we see a pathing system, which may come into play in the mission system. Just a way to map out the roads, as you can see, and allow them to follow a path from point A to point B. Here's some footage of Axman looking at the mission system in its current state at that time. You can kind of see going up to an NPC trader and selecting a mission, him kind of giving you either a little bit of gear to work with or a task, something to bring to another trader, and then you will get a reward for it, that sort of thing. It looks like there's going to be some more in-depth things done with that in the future, but as you can see, kind of just an early version of testing of that feature. Hope to see the mission system make it into the next major update, which will be version 0.3. However, there may be another update in between 0.252, which is the current version as of this video, and 0.3. There may be a version 0.26 or something of that nature, but it is something that's exciting for the players. Give them something else to sink their teeth into, something other than, you know, looting, shooting, trading, base building. There'll be something else more kind of PvE related for them to do, so that is cool. The next clip here is going to be no commentary, just some footage of Axman playing around with the construct.
See his finger there. Shame that's stuck, but that'll get sorted shortly, I'd imagine. Let's see if we can get him to destroy some stuff. I've left him roaming for a couple of hours and pretty much the whole place was flattened. So what we're going to do with him, in terms of, I imagine it's going to take quite a lot to bring him down. The pistol's really going to touch him at the moment. Pretty sure he's actually seen me, yeah. I don't know if he's actually got a headshot area. Oh yes, we shot him.
Now I'll attempt to answer a lot of questions that people have been asking lately. When will the next Epoch update be released? There will more than likely be a version 0.26 which should be coming in the next few weeks, and will include more fixes than new content, but may also include the release of the Epoch launcher. Here are a few exclusive screenshots of the Epoch launcher. It is meant to be simple and to the point, provides the ability to install the mod and look for servers. The Epoch launcher is in final testing and is almost ready to be released to the public. What is coming in the new update? For version 0.3 there will be several new additions potentially. The Construct, a new Sapper variant, a few new unnamed antagonists from Sequisha and Kiri, new weapons, more official map support, and like I said before, the Epoch launcher, which is a big deal in and of itself. I hope you all enjoyed this preview of what is to come from Epoch Mod in the coming months, and make sure you follow the developers on Twitch to see live development of the mod and interact with them. I only scratched the surface of what is to come, and there will be many more updates and surprises. If you have questions or comments, leave those in the section down below the video or tweet me at Orangesherbet. Thanks for watching, everyone.